Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of season 3 here at FC Köln. We are heading into this season on the back of our Deutsche Pokal victory yesterday, winning by a 0-0 in the last minute in the cup final. Thrilled with that, still on a high from that, and hoping to have an incredible transfer window here to drastically boost the state of the team moving forward into this third season. In this episode, we'll work our way through the pre-season tournament, try and raise some extra funds. We'll have a look at what the board want from me. I'll have a look at the squad, show you where we're lacking in numbers now as a number of players who have moved on elsewhere, and we'll try and narrow down some positions where you guys can give me suggestions as to where we want to improve and where we can spend the money that we've got at this point. So, we'll start with what the board want from me. You can see I currently have 70 million. That's subject to change, though, as we move through. Latest objectives. So what they want from me this year. My board rating currently is quite low. They weren't happy with me last season from a number of unachieved objectives. This one we still have one season left to do, the youth development. I'm really not thinking we're going to get the chance to do that, though, if we don't have any standout youth players that look like they're going to be able to fill that criteria, unfortunately. With regards to brand exposure, they want me to sign one crucial first-team player signed to a forward position. We can do that today. And they'd also like me to gain £35.6 million worth of shirt sales over the course of the season. We got 90% last year. I think we can probably do the full lot this year. They also want me to finish the season with £17.8 million worth of unspent funds. That's about the figure we ended with last year. They asked for £8 million unspent. We had 17.2, I believe, was the figure. So it's an achievable figure, but with the amount of improvement and progression we're wanting to see in this third season, it might not be attainable. With the Deutsche Pokal, they're quite happy for me to finish in the round of 16 again this year, even though we won it last year. That's good news. We didn't finish in the Europa League spot last year, which is what the board wanted. They've reacted to that by asking for only a mid-table finish this year, when actually I'm going to be aiming for a top 4 finish. So we'll easily achieve what the board want from us in cup and league football, which is great. However, in the Europa League, they would like me to go one step further than what they asked for last year. Last year they asked for a semi-final appearance. This year they want a final appearance. Of course, last year we got grouped. So I'm hoping for an easier group this year, and also more progression in the league as well as in the Europa League. With regards to the squad, at present now, with the sale of with the sale of John Cordoba and Anthony Modesta, we only have one striker at the club, that being Luca Bacchio. We do have Kingsley Schindler, who can play at striker, but he's not an out-and-out striker. We only have Luca Bacchio, so I am most certainly looking for a striker of good quality. Not just a backup striker, but someone that can challenge Luca Bacchio for a first-team spot. If they challenge Luca Bacchio well enough for a first-team spot, I may be open to moving Luca Bacchio to a wide role and moving Trezeguet central, or maybe just dropping Trezeguet to the bench, moving Luca Bacchio out wide and starting someone that's much better up top at striker. But we're going to have a lot of games on our plate this season. We're hoping to go further in the Europa League competition as well. So I'm going to need squad numbers, regardless of who's in the starting lineup or not. I need the numbers. At left back, I'm still happy with Katabak and Hector. At right back, I'm still happy with Ehizabwe and Serpa Kachera. We're going to continue to train him. I'm going to look to sell Benno Schmitz. At centre mid, I would like a rotation cam. I'm going to look to sell Skiri. So Cozziello and Verstrata will, for the time being, remain my starting 2. However, I'm open to replacing Verstrata in the starting 11 with someone that's better, someone that's higher rated, someone of higher quality. Kainz will stay as my starting cam, but I would like a backup or someone that can come in and replace him that's going to have more of an impact on the starting lineup, and he'll drop to the bench as well. We've gotten to the point now where the first team needs to be improved, but the players that are being replaced aren't being sold on. They're just dropping to the bench, so we keep the quality we've already got at the club and just improve on it. I am looking for a new centre-back. I'm going to sell Sørensen. We've got Bornau at 75 rated. We've got Anton and Jorge Mera. I'm looking for another centre-back. What rating that centre-back is, I'm open to. Do we replace Anton or Jorge Mera in the starting lineup? I'm unsure. They've both been very good recently. But certainly I'd like an improvement on Sørensen and Bornau as my backup centre-back, or someone that's going to come in and play a role in the first team as well. So goalkeeper, I'm fine. Right back, left back, we're fine. Winger, I'm happy with at present. I'm going to prioritise a striker, and we're going to prioritise a central midfielder and a centre-back. So we're strengthening through the core of the team. Sørensen will be sold. Skiri will be sold to add to the current £70 million that we have. We just double-check that they're on the transfer list. Sørensen is. And Skiri also transfer listed, and Benno Schmitz, his contract is expiring in 12 months' time. I might offer him a new deal, actually, just to ensure we can maximise the amount of money we get from him. Podolski's contract's running out soon as well. Delegate renewal, well, he's going to be going, so I don't mind offering him slightly more than what he's currently on. £28,000 is fine. Right, we're going to look to sell those three on and add to the 70 million we've currently got. I'm not sure yet if last year's budget has been carried over. See that here, the transfer budget increase, 17.2 million to a total budget of 52. So I believe that it actually has, if it's currently reading 70 million pounds. A transfer offer for Benno Schmitz of 8 million, which I should just straight away accept from FC20. The board last year were very unhappy with me. You can see this is the message they sent, and rather than delete it, I wanted to show it to you. It should not come as a surprise to you that we are not entirely satisfied with our results this season. This is speaking about season 2, where we finished 7th when they wanted a Europa League spot. We've failed to achieve a number of objectives, including the financial one of, or the brand exposure one of not selling enough shirts, and have thus fallen short of what we expected to accomplish both on and off the pitch. We are hoping for a stronger commitment and better results from you. That said, we believe that you deserve another chance, and we would like for you to stay at Köln next season. So we are here, but our manager rating is still low and still needing to be improved. Interest has been shown in Lazzari. I think actually I still have a number of players on my shortlist that I need to remove. We'll sort by position, and we'll remove a number of players. Mela is staying out. Now, Lisandro Martinez could well be the midfielder that I go for, and we may already have the player we're after on the shortlist here. He looked very, very good and very usable in a number of positions. I'm particularly keen on bringing him in. With regards to the wingers, we can call our interest now in all of those guys. I do still have the centre midfielders here, so we could potentially sign one of the guys that's already on the list here, and then a striker. I think I'm going to call my interest in Haaland. I'm thinking of signing him in a different series, and I have an idea of what series that might be, but more on that when we get there later on in the year. Thuram, I'm going to call my interest in. Obviously, Rafael Leao was great for us. He's still very expensive, but we could very well look to bring him in again. And Boadu was very good for us. Room for growth with him as well. So potentially we could go for him. We might already have a couple of the new signings already on our shortlist here, but I'm obviously going to add to it with your suggestions. Central midfield-wise, Gerhardt is here at the minute. I'm actually going to remove him. But Valverde, Florentino and Martinez are very, very positive options. Hadji looks really good for a cam spot as well, so I'm keen on potentially bringing him in if we possibly can. And then at striker, Leao, Boadu are the two that we have here currently. Obviously, still looking for a centre-back. Lisandro Martinez would be utilised at centre-mid, not at centre-back. So he'd be used as a centre, despite having 92 jumping, I'd use him as a centre-mid, not a centre-back. So he would replace Verstraete in the starting lineup. That's my thoughts at present with what we've currently got on the shortlist. And the budget still is at £70 million. I do need to adjust my training modules, and I'll do that after this episode. I'm not going to advance too far past the end of the pre-season tournament, because I'm hoping that we can get the transfer deals done sooner rather than later for the players we're looking to move out. Skiri, Schmitz, and the centre-back as well. Doesn't look like we're going to get off to a strong start here, though. We're 1-0 down at half-time against Brighton. It is a very sort of Stratus has been sent off as well, which certainly isn't going to help. It is a very strong group. Jorge Mera equalises. That could be huge. It's a very strong pre-season tournament. Oh, look at he wins it for Brighton in the last minute. It's a really difficult group. Bologna, ourselves, Brighton and Sassuolo. On the other half, Bournemouth, Braga, Getafe and Sporting Lisbon. There was transfer for Luca Bacchio. That's certainly getting rejected. There was a big offer. Not a big offer. There was a bigger prize fund for one of the other pre-season tournaments, but it was minimal, and the teams in it were much more difficult. So I went for the medium tier pre-season tournament, and hopefully we can get ourselves a decent result from it. Big offer for Skiri, that's what we're hoping for, although it's undervaluation. He is, of course, transfer listed, so I can't ask for a premium. However, it's Manchester City that are coming in for him, so I will ask for a significant boost. I can't go too over the top, but hopefully they'll negotiate with me. No, they're not willing to pay significantly more than 31. I will significantly come down from where I was. I would like to get at least his valuation if we can. No, they're not going to be doing that. Okay, I'll just accept so as we don't lose the deal. I've been too forceful in these scenarios previously, and it hasn't paid off for us. But we're agreeing, hopefully, a fee here with Pep Guardiola. And fingers crossed we can push forward and get ourselves a decent deal there. Verstraeten now suspended for this game, but Schwartz is going to come in his place, the youngster, and maybe we can pick up our first victory of this pre-season tournament. Trezeguet gets us off to a good start. Still yellow cards coming. Brighton have gone 1-0 up against Sassuolo in the other game in the group, so it looks like Brighton might well be coming away with top spot. If we can win this and then do well against Sassuolo, Brighton 2-0 up now, then we can certainly come home in second in the group. But it is important that we win this fixture. And Bradley Dack, playing for Bologna here, has given them an equaliser, and we haven't been able to do what Brighton did and steal a late winner. So we sit third in the group, but with Bologna facing Brighton next, we have to hope that Brighton win and we beat Sassuolo, and then we should hopefully come home second in the group. They've been battered in the previous two games, 4-1 and 4-0. Oh, and they've had a man sent off after 7 minutes as well. Surely we must win this tie now. Getting ourselves through to the group stage could be massive. Cotsiello with a goal, Luca back here with a quick second. Gives me confidence we are going to go through. No scoreline yet, as you can see bottom right. In the other fixture though, we need Brighton to win that game. If they get a point, then we won't be going through. Jorge Mera as a third for us. Please, Brighton, grab a late winner like you did against me. It doesn't look like they have. It's going to be 0-0 between Brighton. Oh no, that's the German Super Cup. I got excited for a minute. The German Super Cup, that's the 8th of August. Certainly we can have... Do I do a one-off special for the German Super Cup? I think I'm... Oh, considering we've got Bayern in the month as well. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Would you like a one-off special for the German Super Cup with the suit back on? Playing Dortmund again. Obviously, we beat them in the Pokal final, but they won the league. So it's basically the Community Shield, effectively, in Germany. No news yet, obviously, on our European group. That will come a little bit later on in the season. Benno Schmitz is sold, though, which is great news. 1.1 million added to the transfer budget, unfortunately. That's all we're going to get for the pre-season group. But our manager rating has gone up. Now, can we just get that deal for Skiri confirmed? Transfer for Sørensen as well. Superb. I'll just accept that straight off the bat from Augsburg, who were recently promoted up to the Bundesliga again from the Zwei Bundesliga. Skiri sold and Sørensen sold as well. We know what we've got to spend. £26 million from that added to the budget. Right. So I have to spend at my disposal, once we've figured the budget around, probably about £110 million to bring in a striker, to bring in a central midfielder and a backup cam and centre back. Prioritising striker, prioritising central midfielder. I'm almost certain at this stage already, in fact I will, I'm going to go and sign Lisandro Martinez in this window, in this episode right now. Let's get that deal done. He's going to come in. I'm hopeful to get him for a decent fee. I'm certain that he's going to be absolutely superb. I could play a swap. Is there anyone that I'd also be willing to let go? Let's have a look through. Not at centre-back. Not at full-back either, really. Goalkeeper-wise, Bradley Scott. I mean, he's surplus to requirements, but they're not keen on him, so that's fine. We'll offer another position. They want a striker, a winger, or a midfielder. I can't offer a striker. Winger-wise, I mean, youngster Timo Haza, because he's not looking that good. We've got other better prospects now. That's fine. Offer another player. Trezeguet, Schindler, Heinz, Arthur Willems, and Lucas Podolski. They're all staying. With regards to midfielders, I would be open to letting Schaub go. But I could try and... Oh, I'm sorely tempted to sell Schaub now. Or do I sell Hauptmann? Because he's 25. Schaub is only 26 and much better. I'll try Hauptmann. If not... No, they're not interested in Hauptmann. Would they be interested in Schaub? I would be open to letting Schaub go. If they're not interested in him, Oh yeah, it came up with the extra little box here, so you know that you're going to get the sale. Now Shelby's valued at £21 million, which is pretty high. So I'm hoping that we won't have to pay that much extra on top of that. 20.6. They're coming down slightly. I'll come up significantly. Martinez is going to be worth this if we can get him in. I'd be very happy with Schaub leaving and Martinez coming in. They've agreed that. Right, good. What's he currently on a week? £21,000. I'm going to offer him about 40, and maybe he'll accept that. Let's have a look. He wants a crucial starting role. That is important for him. Signing for as long as possible if we can. Let me just get a quick screenshot of that. Maybe use that as the thumbnail. No release clause, that's fine. Give me an idea of what you want wage-wise. They're not going to. I'll offer him 45. No, I'll start at 40. I don't know how much of a boost he's going to want, you see. Coming from the Eredivisie, he might want a big boost. No, they're happy to accept 40. Brilliant. That's a superb start, as far as I'm concerned, to this transfer window. Martinez into the starting lineup. We have some youngsters. I'm going to bring Willems onto the bench, actually, because he's continuing to grow really, really well. Physically, he's looking superb. Unfortunately, that one-star weak foot is going to be an issue, but hopefully we can work around that, and he's going to grow really well. Martinez in. New signing, number 1, confirmed already. Ah, I didn't save those. Right, so I'm not going to move any further through the transfer window at this stage because I've not got anyone else I want to sell, and we're purely going to be buying from this point forward, and I don't want to waste time and end up losing a potential target to another team. So I've still about 90 to 95 million pounds to spend. We're looking for a striker, a centre-back and a cam. Suggestions, please. Show you who I've still got on my shortlist so you can have another look at it. Florentino will call our interest in. Valverde, he's not really going to be a cam style player, so I'll call my interest there. So at present, my striking options are Leao and Boadu, but obviously I'm going to add to that. I'm not going to sign Haaland in this series. Want to sign him in another series that I know I'm going to do after this one. Hadji is a player that can come in potentially at cam, but obviously I'm open to other suggestions as well. And at centre-back, that's wide open. It's up to you whether we sign a first-team player and drop Anton or Mera to the bench, or whether we sign a rotation player that's kind of about 80 rated-ish and leave them on the bench with Bornau being the backup alongside them. But we are going to need numbers now. We have the quality in the starting lineup and some of the bench. I now need to improve that quality with further signings, but that's a great start for us signing Martinez. I'm really pleased with that. And let me know your feedback for the German Super Cup as well. Would you like a one-off special for that, or are you quite happy for that to be involved in a general transfer window episode? So I'd play that one, and I'd also play Bayern, but then I'd end up simming the first Bundesliga game of the season, which is Wolfsburg at home. I'd also sim Mainz at home as well. So if you see a comment in the comment section that you agree with regards to that, say someone said one-off special for the Super Cup, or someone said don't bother, then thumbs that comment up as well, so I can. It's almost like an in-comments vote, so I can see which is the more popular. Feel free to leave your own comment, but also thumb up other ones as well, so I can see them, and they stand out more, so I know what to do with that particular situation. But that's where we'll end for today. It's a shorter episode 1, but we've gotten our first signing in already, and I'm very happy with that. And with a large chunk of money to spend elsewhere too. Almost £100 million, and with all of the signings we made, before we made that Martinez one, we did have over £100 million to spend. So it's a big window for us to show our intent for the season to come. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell as well so you get notified every single time a video goes live. This is, of course, a daily series. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode in this series. I'll be streaming over on Mixer this afternoon for the majority of the day. Link in the description down below. Come and join me there as well. I'll see you next time.